Welcome to Move and Improve. This is going to be a really good one. It's going to be a fun one, I promise. And again, welcome to Move and Improve, where we get behind the scenes of Let's Get Moving. And you're going to see some good stuff today. All right, guys. I've got an amazing friend of mine, Ryan and Ren, the double R's. These guys are phenomenal. I absolutely love you guys. Seriously, you guys are one of my favorite people here. You guys do great shit here. As, you know, with Let's Get Moving and in my personal life, I really like both of you guys. I have a lot of fun with both of you guys. And I really enjoy the trips we go on for franchising. So I want to introduce Ryan and Ren, my two franchise sales managers, where they sell pretty much the territories. Right now we're sold out in Canada, only focused on US. And please.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I'm Ryan. T, I love you too. It's been a long journey with you.
That's right.
Yeah, guys, I'm Ren. Ryan's number 2, if you will. And, you know, we just go to town, the Double R Boys, and we just sell franchises all over the U.S.
That's right.
Amazing journey so far, you know. So
that's right.
Thank you, Tim, for having us on.
Tell me a little bit about how we met.
Yeah, so, you know, mine came a little later on. So we'll start with Ryan, because he was in franchising first.
No, we can go back in time.
You guys go way back.
You know what's funny? I was looking at some reports yesterday, because Smart Moving came out with a really cool report. You haven't been in the sales department for, I assume, about a year or so?
Yeah, I've been in franchising for almost a year now.
Yeah. And I was looking at the numbers yesterday. It's been a while. And, you know, things are happening here. People are selling all the time.
Yeah.
You are still top 3. You are the number 3
My guy.
top salesperson for the entire Let's Get Moving company, and you've generated about $5.5 million worth of revenue for the company, for me and the franchisees.
It's a lot of moves.
Oh,
It's impressive.
Oh, yeah. It's very impressive. And what's even more impressive is that you had an over 30-something booking percent. I don't remember exactly, but it was a really, really good booking percentage, which is the most impressive part, because that means you're not wasting the leads. You're really managing yourself and the leads and the clients really well. And that's obviously a big deal for the company, because we don't care about revenue if you're just, you know, going through a lot of leads and not managing them properly,
money.
Right?
Yeah.
At that point, we don't really care. What really matters is that you're booking good revenue, but you're also managing the leads properly and booking at a really good high booking percentage, right? Mm-hmm. So I really like that. Tell me a little bit about, you know, how we've been together, what our relationship has been with Let's Get Moving.
Yeah, so I started here 4 years ago, and it's 2024 now.
That's right.
Do the math. 4 years ago. It was the height of COVID. So the world was a messed up place, you know. Things were going crazy. And yeah, I was in the States, actually. I started in the States.
Yeah.
I was living in the US. And then COVID hit, and they told me with my old job, hey, you can work from home now. But I still had a girlfriend up in Canada.
Nice.
So I was like, hey, I can work from home, but I'm living with the parents back in the States. I'm going to go to Canada, live with the girl, and just rent Airbnbs until this COVID blows over, right? Everyone thought it was going to end in a couple months. Hey, I'll probably be back in the States soon. Just spend some time with my long-distance girlfriend.
That's right.
So, and then COVID kept hitting, and it kept going crazier. Yeah. And there were some layoffs at the company. I survived the first 3 rounds. Got to make that clear.
God bless.
I didn't get fired the first round. But then 3rd round, just bought a new Airbnb. It looks like COVID's lasting a little longer. Got another month in an Airbnb up in Milton, Ontario, where my ex lived.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ex.
Yeah. So, and then I was in the Airbnb, and I got a call from my company. And it was like, hey, we're doing more layoffs. COVID's hitting really hard. And yeah, we have to let you go. And I was in an Airbnb, just paid like a couple $1,000 for the month for this nice place. And no job, living in Canada. And I was just, okay, what am I going to do? Like, maybe this is a push forward, you know?
Right.
Maybe I didn't look at it like a loss. At first I did. It was kind of scary at first. But then I just applied to jobs, looked for lots of opportunities. And eventually I found Let's Get Moving around August 2020, which was like when COVID was hitting. We didn't even have vaccines yet or anything. Everyone was scared as hell. And yeah, I started in the sales department.
Nice.
And worked there for a few years and really killed it, as you said.
Absolutely.
Top 3, let's go.
That's right.
but yeah, it was quite a story. And yeah, I mean,
And then
you know.
you came into franchising.
yeah, exactly. And then I
How's
came
that
into
been?
franchise. Franchising's awesome. We have so much fun here.
Right.
But really, it was about what I learned in sales that I brought to
That's right.
franchising, right? Because
Absolutely.
I just learned so much about the company, about how we treat our customers, the customer experience, you know, and I'm able to understand the company from the back,
That's
behind the
right.
scenes.
Absolutely.
And now it's easier to sell franchises because
I
I've
like
had so
that.
much experience.
You get everything about it. You get the moves, you get the sales, you get the
Yeah.
marketing, you understand everything.
Yeah, exactly. I've
You've really,
seen it
really
all.
excelled through everything. Honestly, I feel like, you know, there are certain people that I've been very lucky with, you know, and I can name a few for sure. But absolutely, you're one of the top dogs here, and I cannot be more grateful that you are in my life and in Let's Get Moving.
Thank you.
Because you do some good magic every single day.
Yeah.
You manage everything properly, and you really, really care about the end result.
Yeah.
I think, which is making sure these franchisees are getting set up right, you know,
Yep.
are having the right business, are getting the right territories, right, are being set up properly.
Yeah.
And that's really important.
And I saw you grow the company. You know, we just had one location in Toronto
That's
when I
right.
started.
Yes.
And now we have 65 locations, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We took over Canada in 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was about 9 months. We did franchise shows, and we pretty much sold out the entire country. We don't really have anything available other than a couple of very, very small territories. So at this point,
Yeah.
we don't even advertise in Canada.
Yeah,
They just
Canada's
kind of,
pretty much sold out.
Yeah.
But I have a bone to pick with you. You didn't
me.
let me come into franchising until after Canada was sold out.
Oh, yeah?
I missed the Canada. I missed the whole Canada.
Made him wait.
So my question is, how was that? How was selling Canada
It
without
was-
me?
it was a little different, and I think it was a little bit easier. I'll tell you why. Because when we would show up to these franchise shows, what made us really stand out, we had trucks at all of these shows. So we would rent like a 30 by 10 booth, and we would park a truck over there in the middle of the show.
Just drive a truck and
It was crazy. Yeah, we would bring it in the day before. We had the doors open so they could see the blankets, how it's all set up. We would bring in like a brand new truck looking nice.
Smart.
So the shows we would go to like Vancouver, because I had like 5 locations prior to even starting franchising.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had a bunch of locations in Canada, and it made it easy to bring trucks. And like I brought a truck to Saskatoon even though we didn't have a location there.
Yeah.
So I think Canada was a lot easier because people know us here. And now we've got over 45 locations or so just in Canada alone.
Yeah.
And there's really no big locations available. So now we're just kind of focused on the little things that might be left over here and there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Milton, like Abbotsford. That's pretty much all we
Yeah.
got left, right?
Yeah.
But I think U.S. has been a lot more fun.
Yeah.
And that's because
Definitely.
like I get to travel to places I've never been. I get to kind of meet different type of people, go to bigger shows, and obviously we've got our rituals after the shows. We go to these
Yeah.
steakhouses.
Yeah.
We do
Texas
crazy
Deep
So
Brazil.
much fun. Great times.
I think U.S. has been a lot more fun.
Yeah.
And you know, now in U.S. we've got these crazy looking booths, right? We're always in the number 1 spot at the shows.
Yeah.
And we make the shows look good, right?
Yeah.
With those 200-inch
Oh,
screens,
yeah.
right?
It's
We
hard
make-
to miss us.
we make it look
we
good.
inspire other franchises
Right.
to be like us.
Yeah, the next shows they come, they're like, look, I bought this screen
Yeah.
because of you guys,
Yeah.
and so on and
Yeah.
so on.
Trendsetters.
That's
I
right.
see people coming up to our booth and they're just checking out, you know,
They're just
what,
taking pictures
what,
of
what
our
we
stuff.
have. Yeah, other companies.
Yeah, and we're like, okay, you're not you're
Yeah.
a vendor.
Yeah. But that's the thing about Canada, you know, we only have, you know, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. That's
Those are
really
the biggest cities.
Those
Yeah.
are the 3 big cities.
Yeah, Edmonton, Calgary, and
Yeah.
so on.
And
but-
each city, you know, here has its own culture and everything. But in the U.S.,
That's
there's
right.
just so many major cities. And
Yes.
every city is a complete new experience. But
Absolutely.
it's so much fun.
So many different cultures in U.S. You know,
Yeah.
when we travel across Canada, you almost find the same type of people.
Yeah.
You know, U.S. I feel like every state is like a different culture, different type of people, different competition, right?
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Different.
So
Yeah.
All right, Ren, please, let's
So
get to
that's
you.
how you and
Let's get
Ryan
to
met.
you.
Tell
So
about your
ours is
story.
a little more juicy.
I like it.
So I actually met TM at the gym, lifetime, no free promo here. Don't start getting memberships, guys. But I met him and I looked at him like a mentor. We actually
Thank
met
you.
in the sauna or steam room.
Oh.
Sorry, steam room. Let's get it
Steam
right.
room or sauna,
Intimate.
whatever it was.
It was definitely the steam room. And first, I tried selling him on a couple of the businesses I currently have, and
Yeah.
printing and embroidery. Maybe
Yeah.
let's get moving shirts or
That's right.
something. But when
Yeah,
I
you
came
make some good uniforms. Now we buy
yeah,
uniforms
yeah.
from
Now he
you,
gets
so
the
that's good.
uniforms from us, so it came full circle for sure, to say the least. But
Yeah.
the main thing for me is when I came to the office, right? Like me and Tim kept
I
talking,
remember
and then
that,
I
yeah.
came to the office with my brother, and once I seen the office, that's when I was like, okay, we got something here. This is huge, as Tim would like to say, big business.
Big business.
It's huge. Once you see the call center in action and you see all the departments, it's a lot of systems, processes.
That's right.
It flows, right? It's
That's right.
15 years in the business, and mastering it is
That's right.
really what you did. So
Thank you.
congrats on all that.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's where we met. We met at the gym, and I quickly came to the office, checked it out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what?
You
I got a
telling
lot.
me the stories about how you've done some sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did have a sales background. I let him
How'd
know
you
that.
approach him? Like, how'd you come up
So
to him in the
originally,
sauna?
This guy
I'm
talks
good.
to everybody.
Yeah.
There's not a single
I know.
soul that walks by this guy at the gym and doesn't say hi. I'm
I
like,
give
bro,
everybody
I know.
the
How you
same
have the
chance,
time?
you know?
He
Like,
does.
you never know what people are going through, really, honestly. So
Yeah.
I give everyone a
You're
fair
very
shot.
personable, which I
Love
love
talking
about
to
you.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that superpower works really well at
Oh,
the
man.
franchise show.
Yeah, the franchise shows is really where we excel. I think we went 5 for 5 or 6 for
Dude,
6 on our last
you
shows.
are crazy. Let me tell you, the last two franchises that we got, that we just trained, the last two
I know.
franchises that we trained, this guy literally walked the aisles. We didn't even wait for people to come to our booth.
Yeah.
This guy is crazy enough
Yeah.
to just be walking. I think you got Jim from while he was waiting by the
Yeah,
washroom.
Jim
his
was
wife
waiting
in the
by the
back.
washroom for his wife. I grabbed him.
Yeah, so we're
He
at
bought
the
all of
shows.
Las Vegas. So congrats, Jim.
Yeah.
We're at the
Shout out
shows,
to Jim
and
and Candace.
we're just at the booth. We're like 6 to 8 people usually.
Yeah.
We got big booths, ready to kind of take on anybody that's walking by. But sometimes the shows get slow, and
Yeah.
and you start kind of
I start,
improvising,
freelancing.
you
I
know?
go around,
His ADHD comes into play.
And there's a little
And
bit
it
of a
works
bonus
really
as well.
well.
So sometimes when it gets a little slow, Tim will offer, okay, $1,000
Yeah,
for if you get someone
That's
who's
right.
not at the booth.
Out of the booth. That's right.
And I
Ren
really
is
took
the best,
advantage of it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
took advantage
And
of it.
good
Crazy.
candidates too, not just
Yeah, that's
anybody.
right.
You're finding good partners for
Yeah,
us.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
so-
the most important thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to be naming people, but we
Yeah.
found Jim, we found Aram, and both of these individuals that just got trained
Yeah.
from Las Vegas
And California.
and LA. And both of those individuals that you found, they were actually just walking around.
Yeah.
I think they were waiting by the washroom and stuff.
Yeah.
And I find that so impressive.
Yeah, Jim was waiting by the washroom. Aram was actually at another booth
Yeah.
asking about other stuff. I said, no, you don't need that. I like your style. I see what
You
you
don't
want.
need this.
I know what you want, Aram. Come
Yeah,
with me.
Aram's always
And I
dressed
showed
nice,
him.
you
I
know?
showed him what we offer here, and you know what? It's really easy to sell something that works.
Yes, and also people that can understand. That's the
Yeah.
important part, right? Like
Yeah.
he had a
prior business,
he had a
yeah.
franchise prior to us, right?
Yeah.
She was saying he didn't get the best support and everything. When he came here, he was like, man,
Yeah.
Blown away.
yeah, he's like, I can't believe it. He's like, I thought you guys were like 5 people. You really undersell yourself. And then when I came here, I saw over 65 people. He's like, I
Yeah,
see everything.
same thing that happened with me. When I came here, I was like, okay, when do you want me to start, T? I was like, and right away we clicked and
Absolutely.
wanted me to work in a call center for a bit, quickly dismissed
I
that.
love how you got trained though in the call center. That's
I
really
did
good,
do
'cause
training.
you learn a lot.
I did my training in the call center. I did 2
That's
weeks
right.
on the last
And
day.
then what happened?
Last day of my training, I did 1 hour on the phones, but it's tough in the call center.
One day
People
in
don't
the
realize
call
there's
center.
a lot of people, a lot of agents
yeah.
trying to get that phone. When it rings,
Yeah.
if you're not quick, you're not getting it. I couldn't get a call
right.
for
We got
1
sharks
hour.
over
Yeah.
here,
My
man.
first day, I couldn't get
Gotta
one
be hungry.
call. I said, I don't know.
People are hungry for the leads here. People
And
are
then
hungry for the commission.
What happened really with us was we had the Andy Elliott conference in Tampa.
Mm-hmm. That's right, yeah, the
with,
Tighten Up retreat.
Tighten Up retreat,
Yeah.
that you're a part of, which is great.
Not the retreat. I'm part of the Tighten Up training program.
training program,
Yeah,
yeah.
but those guys, I feel like I'm a part of them with
I
everything.
like those
yeah.
guys. They're really good. So we went to Tampa. It was supposed to only be a couple days. I was going to get an understanding of the company,
Yeah.
and we'll set up a little booth
You know,
there.
when we were
and-
at the gym, I was telling you about it, India. You
Yeah.
were like, I'm buying a ticket.
even
I wanna
before
come.
I was
Before you
working
even
here,
started working
even before
here,
I started
yeah.
working here, I was really interested in Andy
Yeah, yeah.
Elliott. He's solid. You know, he stands for a lot of the similarities we
That's
have.
right. You're
so.
on that path, man. You're on path
Yeah.
of growth, and everybody that's kind of motivating.
So that's
you is
what he
obviously-
says, right? You 5x yourself, you 5x your business, and we clearly did it because we went to Tampa like
That's
5-6 months ago.
That's right.
Did a lot of personal development, grew a lot, and that was our first show in
And
Tampa.
I worked with some great people over there.
Yeah, Tampa was great. We set up a smaller booth, so it wasn't
That's
a
right.
franchise show, but it was
Yes.
a little bit of an expo. A lot of people in the moving industry were there.
Because we always want to do business with people
Yeah.
who have moving companies,
It's
right?
a little
Oh,
easier
yeah.
to plug and
We
play,
literally
right?
call people who have moving companies and say, hey, we can bring more business to you.
sure.
And only any additional business that we bring for you
Yeah.
is that's what you pay royalties
Yeah.
on, and that's it, right?
Simple.
Yeah, and it's a little easier for them to get started. They already
Absolutely.
have trucks, they already have movers, and it's just plug and play, right? You get
Absolutely.
30 plus sales agents behind you, a strong marketing team, tons of support. And I think that's what a lot of moving companies are missing these days.
Exactly.
You know, that internal infrastructure.
Exactly.
That's gonna
Because
support
usually
them.
they're so good at doing what they do, right?
Yeah, the service.
And
Yeah.
they're
Service.
so focused on the day to day, making sure the customers are happy, providing great service. When you're focused on something, you have to give up other things,
you're
right?
juggling
Yeah.
So
too
what are
many
they giving up? SEO. They're giving up Google
Yeah.
ads. They're giving up,
sales.
The whole
exposure,
back end
sales,
side of it,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
everything, right?
Yeah.
That's what
So
I like
if-
you did here is very good. You got all the departments. Everyone plays on their strengths.
That's right.
You're good at sales, you'll do sales.
That's
You're good
all
at
you
SEO,
do,
you
yeah.
do that.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very
Our
good.
people
It
just
works.
wear one hat here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
They
And
can
if you have to
focus.
wear more than that, you're only giving 50%,
Yeah.
right? To if you're wearing two, you're only giving 50%.
Sure.
It works. It's very smart.
Yeah.
So, we have enough work, we have enough to keep people busy on the phones
Yeah.
all day long. We have enough to keep people busy on SEO all day long, right? So that's the good part where they get to just focus on what they do every single day. That's great.
Yeah.
I love the stories. I love the background, how we've met.
Yeah.
This just makes it so real, so good, makes it
personal.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just brings really good life to everything that we do. And guys, honestly, I would like to say that this is like a congratulations. What we've done together has been pretty magical.
Yeah.
I've opened businesses. I've been busy a lot, but I could honestly tell this has been the thing that I've enjoyed the most in my life. Being able to go out there, meet people, spend time with people, make connections, and bring them out here for them to see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For them to get training with us, for them to be happy, for them to be surprised, for
Yeah.
them to be happy afterwards when we start booking jobs for
Yeah.
them and
Yeah.
they love their business.
That's one thing, right? It's like you're pretty successful, and then it's like, what's next?
That's
It's
right.
making other people successful.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
right, yeah.
Being able
rewarding,
to-
like seeing
Right
someone.
now with
Yeah.
us, we focus on so many things. Like our step one is to make money. All right, we've made money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what?
Well, now what?
Right?
Yeah.
We care about everything else. We really want to build a community here. That's why I want to invite all these franchises always to come to these Tighten Up retreats because I
Yeah.
want them to work on self-development.
They should.
Right? Look, at the end of the day, when your business grows, and I think I was in that situation very much. I had a business that was pulling in a lot of money. I could easily say that like 3-4 years ago, my personal life wasn't catching up to the business, and it was definitely affecting the business. And I owe a lot to Louis Massaro. I always talk about him. He's helped me through a lot. I've worked with him privately, and he's really, really helped me break through a lot of personal things and business aspects. I'm very grateful, and I think that he's helped me get to where I am. So here we are, right? We've got maybe 65, 70, I don't even know how many locations we've got. We've opened like 20 locations in US recently.
Yeah.
In the
Recently,
1
it's been a
month,
lot.
Right?
Yeah.
These
It's been a
big
lot.
locations, LA,
lot.
Las Vegas,
Yeah.
we've got
New
Houston,
York.
Dallas, New York, New Jersey,
sold
Atlanta,
Washington, D.C.
most of Florida, DC, right? These
been
are
a lot.
good
Yeah.
areas, right? These are going to be explosive
Yeah.
places, just like Toronto, just like Montreal, Vancouver.
Yeah.
These are big
Huge
locations.
population, very dense.
Absolutely.
A lot of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of fun opening up these new locations.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
obviously, we've got a lot of shows coming. We're going to be
Yeah.
doing Philly in
Philly's
the next
Philly's
next.
next.
days,
I'm excited
right?
for Philly,
Me
man.
too. It's been a while
I've
since our
never
last
been there,
show.
right? So it's going
I've
to be a
never
lot of
been
fun.
either.
We had a
gotta
little
see-
break during the summer.
Yeah.
We stayed in Toronto. We
That's
just
right.
stuck down here.
Yeah.
And
You
we
know-
sold a lot of franchises.
Yeah, a
but
lot.
we didn't go on any trips or
Yeah.
anything. And I missed the trips because
Yeah, I
it's a
do
good
too.
bonding experience.
Yeah.
The trips are
And some
really good.
Airbnbs,
You don't
it's fun.
understand. both the bond we build together.
It's so
It's
much
like,
fun.
I feel like I've known Ryan for my whole life. I've only known him
I
for
know.
6 months.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I remember the first day we met. Where were we? We were in
in an airport.
Which
the
airport,
YYZ, Toronto airport.
No, you landed. I think you came from Tampa, and we met in
No, we met
with
at
Calvin.
Yeah, we met at Toronto airport though, in Toronto. So I came back from Tampa, and then our next show.
No, we went to Florida.
I got
you went
kidnapped.
directly
I got
there.
kidnapped.
Yeah.
Let's get it right. I got
did get
kidnapped.
kidnapped.
Yeah,
my
we went directly from Tampa to the next show, and that next show I
We
think
did.
yeah.
We did.
I remember, bro. So
Yeah.
bad. I got
And where was
kidnapped.
it? Was
Yeah.
that Chicago? Was our first show together Chicago?
Yeah, it had
I
to
think
be.
Yeah,
so.
I think
it
Chicago.
was Chicago.
So I
yeah.
met him for the first time in Chicago.
Chicago.
He met me
Okay.
at the baggage claim. We came in different flights because he came from Tampa.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
came
Right.
from Toronto.
Yeah, yeah.
He
And I was
did.
like lost. And Ren FaceTime. He's like, "How you doing, buddy?" Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know this guy.
I
He's
couldn't
like,
call him.
"Where's
He's
your
got a
bag gonna
US
be at?"
number.
Like, "Where's your baggage claim at? I'll meet you at your baggage claim." I was
Yeah.
like, "I like this guy. He's just gonna come meet me, help me with my bags."
I was with Calvin.
And then we just went directly to the show at Chicago. We set up the booth the day before.
Nice, very nice.
Oh,
Had a little
solid.
bonding, manual labor together. And yeah, we set up the show, made it look pretty, and then yeah, the next day we actually do the show usually.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Saturdays and Sundays we do the shows.
Yeah.
Unless some other, shows maybe they might be like 3 days long and so on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did a 3-day show in New York. I think
Oh,
that was
man.
my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
show.
That was
Back to
exhausting.
back.
We're talking about favorite shows.
That was
Yeah.
exhausting.
It was great throwing the Big Apple.
Yeah.
I hate New
And the
York.
big, oh, so do I.
I hate New York
I
so
hate-
much.
I hate New York. I'll never
Manhattan,
go back.
specifically Manhattan.
I'll never go back.
Yeah, specifically
Times Square?
Oh God, that's
I
where
mean,
we were
yeah.
staying,
That's
and it
where our
was
hotel was.
terrible.
People were whispering in my ear downtown Times Square. Weird things that I don't want to hear anymore.
Tell them the story when you went out in the middle
Oh
of the
my
night for some
God!
fresh
Yeah,
air.
I ordered. Oh my God! I ordered food. It was super late. I ordered food. The guy brought it to the hotel. He put it down. Took a picture, took the food, ran out.
Yeah, he's smart.
So I come downstairs.
New
I'm
York.
like, yo,
Free
where's
meal.
my food? So the security guard starts looking into it. They're like, all right, we're looking into the camera. So I'm like, you know what? I couldn't believe this shit. I'm like, I'm gonna step outside, get some fresh air. This
Yeah,
was-
New York's a weird place to say the least. 'Cause
So that guy stole my food.
Yeah.
probably,
and
yeah,
then,
gotcha.
and they ordered again. It was terrible.
It's
They
a
had to bring it on
dog-eat-dog
bicycle.
world.
It's bad in New York.
4 a.m. I ate. I was like, I hate this place.
So yeah, we've been to a lot of places. New York's probably our least favorite.
I actually I came from Dubai. And I landed in New York. And I couldn't believe the difference.
From the first world to the third world.
Seriously.
Crazy.
Dude, they literally washed the sidewalks over.
I heard you
there.
could walk around in socks in Dubai.
You could eat off the floor if you want. And then
I'll put that on my
I
bucket
landed
list.
in New
Yeah, we
York.
gotta
I
go to
think it was
Dubai.
probably New Jersey or something, and it was just garbage everywhere. It was such a big difference. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, so I can safely say New York was.
Yeah, we got a show in New York later this year. I'm not coming to that.
No, I'm not in for New
You
York.
guys
We're
are-
on our own.
So
you
New
guys
York's,
are.
New York's our least favorite. Let's talk about our most favorite, because for me it's kind of tight. But T, what's your favorite show we ever did?
What's my
Favorite show.
favorite?
This
show?
year.
We've been to like 30. I don't even remember.
This year. So Cali, Chicago, New York.
Cali was good.
Like
Cali
Cali?
was
I love
really
LA.
good. Yeah,
Like
Cali was
Cali?
good. Cali
love
was
parts
good.
of LA.
Obviously we met Aram, that had a really good connection. After you guys left, like he took me out. I think it was my birthday actually
It
around that
was.
time. Yeah,
Was.
took me out for my
Sushi.
birthday.
Great birthday
yeah,
present. Where'd you guys go, Tao?
Yeah,
I heard
then,
about it
and then I
from the
brought him-
sidelines.
When he came here for training, I took him to my favorite sushi place.
Akira back.
Yeah.
Shout out Akira back.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely shout out to Akira back. I
Yeah,
love
Rom's
those
the
guys.
best, man. Shout out to Rom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out Rom.
Rom, we love you.
Hope he
We
watches
miss you.
it.
He's the last
the
franchisee
best.
to come
Yeah,
for
he
training.
just left a couple of days ago. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those that don't know, the franchisees come here for a week for training. We onboard them. We teach
That's
them
right.
everything we know.
That's right.
Teach them how to run their own moving company.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
they
get
go
them
through
all
different
set up.
departments,
Yeah.
different managers. They learn everything. It's a beautiful process. They're here for like 7-8 days, and most importantly, they get to connect with the people, right? Like the salespeople are working for them all the time, right?
Yeah.
We're almost in communication with them all the time.
Yeah, every
Hey, can
day.
we book this job? Do this, do that, right? So it's absolutely a partnership here, and it's good to know the people that you're in partnership with, right?
Yeah,
They can feel you're a kind soul. You're this. You're that, right?
exactly.
It's
And
it's tough to just be able to build that connection over like Ring Central chats and things.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
no,
virtually.
it's impossible.
that's the thing. It's great to have people in person come to see where it all started too, and
That's right.
see where TM started it all. and meet with each department and really talk about the strategies that we're going to deploy in your area.
Exactly,
Right?
yeah.
Especially marketing, meeting with Artie.
Exactly.
Artie's
absolutely.
great. You'll probably have a podcast with Artie.
I will.
You gotta
yeah,
have with the
for
Google
sure.
Ads specialist.
You guys will
Yeah,
get
the
to meet
stuff
him.
we do here is really interesting, but most importantly, we have no curtains here, right? When they come here, we teach them everything to like the last little detail of
Yeah.
how we do things so that they feel comfortable, that they feel like they're in good hands, right? That's the most important thing. We want them to know exactly what's happening with their accounts, how we do things. So transparency is a big deal for us, right?
Yeah.
That's why we get to literally show exactly how we do things while they're here with us, right?
Yeah.
I love the connections we build with these franchisees.
Very transparent.
right?
Yeah. And we help them. We plan for them while they're here. We start shopping
right.
around for an
That's
office
right.
for you.
Yes.
For your first truck. If you don't have a truck already, we'll help you find your first truck,
Exactly,
you know?
yeah.
And
we help you find trucks, we help you find offices, we help you
Yeah.
with the applications, all the permits, everything like that, right?
yeah, licenses.
While you're here so that you feel the support, right? We want
Yeah.
to get you up and running.
as fast as possible. I mean, it's
Exactly.
beneficial for everybody to have
right.
you running and get you as many jobs as possible, as fast as possible.
That's right, yeah.
That would be the goal. So when you leave here, you spend about a week here, and then you go back and you go pull a trigger on that office that we found for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get that first truck, and we turn on the marketing campaign, and
Exactly.
pretty quickly we
It's
can
literally that
start.
simple. You get a
Yeah.
truck, you get an office, we start advertising, start booking jobs for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need truck, mover, and
Yeah.
all you go out there is complete the service, execute the service, makes the customers happy,
Yeah.
and collect the payment. The money
Yeah.
goes into your bank, right? And
Yeah.
at the end of the month, we do royalties.
Yeah, we made
Right
it very
after
easy
30
for them.
days of
Yeah.
collecting.
I've heard of franchises. I've talked to people that already own franchises,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them, they can't collect their own funds, the money they make, until 60 days later.
Yeah, sometimes it goes to the franchisor.
60 days. They can't.
And then-
the
Yeah,
money
to the franchisor, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes
Crazy.
to the franchisor 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to wait like 2 months until you see the actual money. And I can't
Really?
imagine what that does to planning,
flow,
to their
yeah.
budget.
There's
How
even
you gonna
worse
pay
stuff too
employees?
than that. Like some franchises, they make you buy all the stuff from them. Like
Yes,
you
like
gotta buy all the
pizza store,
materials. You
restaurants.
gotta buy like what?
They make you
Yeah.
buy the cucumber, the
It's a
tomato, the
Ponzi
potato.
scheme.
Yeah.
Pyramid.
We give our franchisees a little freedom, right? Like
Yeah.
we'll push you in the right direction, and we're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right.
It's all your
But-
choice though.
But it's at the end of the day, you can choose where you want to get boxes from.
Exactly.
You're not only allowed.
You're not tied to us. We don't
Yeah.
really sell you anything. We
Yeah.
give you the jobs, and that's all we do together, right?
Yeah.
We'll give you recommendations and so on where to buy stuff. But at the end of the day, we do not force you to buy anything from us.
No.
right?
Yeah.
And that's what's
A
important.
lot of people
Yeah.
really like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because look, at the end of the day, next
freedom.
door could be selling it cheaper. Why are we gonna make
know.
them
Yeah.
buy boxes from us?
Exactly.
Doesn't make sense. And we want them to make as much
That's the
profit
goal,
as,
right?
much profit as possible, right?
Yeah. And you're still your own business owner. You're in control. It's your
That's right.
business. You can make your executive decisions on where you want to buy supplies from.
Exactly.
But we're here to support you.
That's right. But most importantly, they also set their pricing. They choose how much they want to charge hourly, right? They're
Yeah.
their own boss at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
We're just here to give recommendations. We're here to support them with all their decisions, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because we've been doing it, you started in 2010, 15 years now. So it was a lot of trial and error,
Yeah.
and we didn't start franchising right away. We didn't just have
Absolutely.
one location and then start franchising.
Exactly.
You had, I think, 7 or 8 corporate locations.
Yeah, we had about 5 or 6 locations before
Yeah.
we started. Now we've got 9 corporate locations that we're operating
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
But I think we had about 5 or 6 before we started franchising.
Yeah, so you replicated the business model yourself.
Absolutely.
You made sure that it's not just Toronto that it works in.
Absolutely.
It works across the country.
Yeah, it's proven.
And in Florida too.
That's
You
right.
started
Yeah,
a
we
location.
opened one in US. Yeah.
And then you got into franchising. Once you
right.
perfected the business model, made sure that it worked in other places.
Exactly.
Right?
Right, because we had to centralize everything, right? Like we
Yeah.
do customer service here, we do sales here, we do all kinds of management here. I manage all my corporate locations from this one area,
Yeah.
from this one place. So it's important that we do absolutely everything perfectly, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what's next for us?
Yeah.
What's going to be next year? Right now, obviously, we're growing the department. Right now, we're hiring. We had one. Now we're hiring 2 additional secretaries for you guys. Right? We've got
the
additional
department's
staff for
growing.
you guys,
Yeah.
so that they can book jobs for you guys. Right? We're using cool programs. We're partnering
Yeah.
up with
Yeah,
great
using Zoom
places.
info, which
Trying
is
different
really cool.
technology.
Yeah, where we can get really good leads. Right?
Yeah. It's almost like, I don't want to fix what's not broken, right?
Yes.
It's been going really well.
Yes.
but I
we
want
want to move faster,
multiply.
right?
Yeah.
We want to
Yeah.
move faster.
Yeah.
So
We're
we know
doing
the
Because we've
franchise
got the
shows
infrastructure,
work.
right?
We know it works,
Yeah.
right?
exactly.
Right? All I'm doing is training, hiring, making sure that we've got enough staff for all these 10
Yeah.
locations that are starting in the pipeline right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all other departments, we're fully staffed
A lot
and
starting
ready.
up too, ready to
Right?
go. A lot.
Oh yeah. Still a lot in the pipeline.
U.S. is huge. Just to put it
is
into perspective for you guys out
Like
there watching,
550
you know,
territories.
50 territories in
550.
Canada.
Yeah,
50
exactly.
territories in
That's it.
Canada.
Yes.
About
U.S.
500.
is 10 times
Yeah,
that, about
yeah,
500.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we're gonna be busy for a
Yeah.
couple years
For a
here.
little while, right?
Hopefully a year we'll sell it all out.
Yeah,
I set
yeah,
a goal
yeah.
for 100 by the end of the year,
Yeah.
and we're gonna pass it for sure.
Yeah. What's awesome is we have the East
2 years,
Coast.
we should be good. That's it.
No, 100 from where we started. Right, we
Yeah.
already had about 50 or.
What am I gonna do in
55
2
when I
years,
got on
T? What's
board.
my job gonna be in 2 years?
Listen, we
Franchise support?
We are we are coming up with big things all the time, man.
Yeah.
Dubai.
We're coming up with big things all the time. Yeah, there's so many
UK.
different places I wanna get into. But I think that franchising is something that I think I'm stuck in. I love franchising, and if we need to get additional businesses under our umbrella, or if we need to vertically grow within the moving industry, we will always find a way. I've never
I agree.
allowed myself to get bored.
No, yeah.
Or, before I complete something, I'm already into the next
Yeah.
project. I always try to make sure everything's automated, so everything's managed properly, right?
Yeah.
But I'm, the type of person who's always looking at the next thing, who always wants to grow in a different way.
Yeah.
And I'm always gonna need support. I'm always gonna need these top dogs like yourselves to be able to accomplish these big things, or else I couldn't do any of these things without you guys. Seriously.
Yeah.
You guys are out there vouching for the business and putting your face out there, doing a really good job meeting these people and converting them, right?
Yeah.
It's not easy, man.
No, you got to build connections with people, I would say, before you even start selling the franchise.
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
There
no,
you
It's
go.
all about
sure.
genuine
Absolutely.
connections with people.
That's right.
So we don't want to just be partners with anybody, honestly.
Exactly.
You know?
It's gotta work for both
Exactly.
of us, right?
Yeah, find-
So
That's
it's a
right.
partnership
Find a good
more
partner.
than.
This is not a
selling them
place where
something.
we're just selling them something and then the connection is over, right?
No, yeah. It's,
We are in
every
bed
single
with them
day.
forever.
Every single day, you'll be talking to us.
That's
It's not
right.
like it is your own business. You're the
Yes.
owner, but we're booking the jobs for you every day. So
we're the
gonna be
support
talking
system
to you.
here,
We're doing
right?
all the back end for you forever.
That's right. Forever, we're doing all
Forever.
the back end stuff for you, right?
Oh.
So it's a partnership, and we
Yeah.
need to make sure that it, as much as we are evaluating them, they also need to be making sure that we are the right
Right.
partners for them, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you go for a job interview, right?
Yeah, that's
You're
right.
interviewing for the position, but at the same time, you got to kind of interview the person that's interviewing you.
Yeah.
Is this job good for you? So it's a
Exactly.
little
yeah.
bit of
It's
a
a
trade-off,
two-way
right?
street, right?
That's right.
But it's all about finding the right people and building connections with them, and
Being genuine, right?
yeah,
That they
Goes a
feel
long
that,
way.
man. People know.
yeah,
People know if you're trying to sell them something fake.
yeah,
People will know right away.
Yeah,
exactly.
they see through that. Especially at a franchise show, it's hundreds of people
That's
Yeah.
right.
doing the same thing. There's other businesses they
You
can
gotta
buy. Why are
stand
they going to
out.
buy yours?
You got to stand out right
Right?
away.
So you got to give them some to
yeah,
take
you
home.
got to wear
and-
your heart on your sleeve.
And you know we do. They come here and they say,
That's
because
right.
of you or because of whatever reason we're here now. Thank
Yes,
you.
man,
because
So
of you.
it's
I
it's
believe
really
that.
rewarding.
Yeah,
You know.
It should be. You brought in great
Yeah,
people,
you know,
and you found them out of nowhere.
And I want
Yeah.
them to be happy too, right? So it's
Yeah.
rewarding for me because they're gonna have a great business. They're gonna make a lot of money.
That's right.
yeah,
It's rewarding for everyone.
That's right.
We're all growing together.
That's right.
You know, you don't work. You don't work for me. I don't work for you.
The
We all
double
work
Rs.
together.
double R.
You remember that one when our late, our old. I don't want to name any names on the podcast.
No names.
I don't want to name any names, but
Shout
you don't
out to
work for
Rom,
me.
though.
You don't work for me. I don't work for you. We all work together.
That's right. Exactly.
It's
Great
true.
saying. Not the best person ever, but
Not the best.
nevertheless.
Wait, who was that? Can you say it?
I don't
who
wanna
it
name
was
any
without
names,
saying
but-
their name?
No, they came to a couple shows, put a little
man.
halt on
Oh,
sales, told us we
okay,
couldn't
okay.
do certain
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Everybody,
Thank God.
that's the thing, right? Every department has to be perfect. Everybody in our team internally has to be perfect, right?
All
We
lined
all
up.
have to jive together. All of our franchisees,
Same mission.
we have an ideal franchisee too, right? And we have ideal team members, and sometimes there's a little trial and error with the
Yeah,
team members.
you know, like
Yeah. But
we
I
thought
think we got it.
maybe Ryan and Ren are a little young for franchise sales. You know, the average person in franchising sales is a lot older than me and Ryan. Almost,
What is happening in the franchising
almost
world?
double our age, right? So
A lot
What
of
is
old
happening
people.
in the franchising
we
world?
tried to get with the old strategies. We had an old mentor come in
Yeah,
from
yeah,
another
yeah.
company, came in,
Yeah.
he kind of taught us a little bit. We taught us a lot, honestly. If
Yeah.
we're being honest, he taught
But
us a lot.
everybody keeps teaching us to slow down.
Yeah.
But they're kind of saying they want to sell one franchise a month, and that's
They're
the average.
slower. They're like
But-
average conversion rate is about 1% in the franchising
Yeah,
world. I'm
so
like, no, we're gonna do
It
better
doesn't
than
really
that.
jive with us here at Let's
Yeah.
Get Moving, that's for
And
sure.
and what else did they say? There's a 6 month timeline.
Yeah, they said you got to
Yeah.
really wait 6 months
Yeah.
before you try to sell people on stuff. When
Yeah.
it makes sense, you know. Some people don't want to be sold right away, and I get that.
It's figuring out their timeline, right? If they want to move
Yeah.
forward, we want to move fast, so we're gonna move fast with partners that want to move fast.
Yeah,
right?
That's
our
right.
ideal,
If you
our
want to
ideal
move
partner
slow,
wants to move.
sure, you can move slow, but you might miss out on an opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
And the past couple months have been the busiest season, so I
That
can't
and
tell the
also like
franchisee
our
let's move
businesses
slow.
grow so fast. It's just like everything we do is in the fast lane.
Yeah,
You know.
no, it's really quick. By your third month, you know, doing 30 jobs a month.
That's right.
Yeah.
A job every day. Average
right.
moves about
Yeah.
$1,500.
Exactly.
There's not many businesses you can open up, and in your third month, you're doing
Slow
X
money
amount,
makes
right?
no money.
Slow money makes no money.
Well, it's the risk, right? A lot of people don't want to take the risk, and no risk, no
buy
reward.
buy a stock, buy an ETF, invest your money, play it safe. That's fine. But if you really want to change your life now, I would say get into
You gotta
franchise.
take
Buy a
risks.
franchise.
You
Take
gotta
bigger
make
risks,
investments, right?
Yeah, you have your retirement savings. You can be safe with that. But if you really want to change your life now and you're not happy, you know, you got to make a big
That's
change,
right.
a radical change.
That's right.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
your life's not going to change. right?
Absolutely.
And the
love
living
that.
expense is just going up too much. That 9 to 5 ain't gonna cut it anymore.
Yeah.
Need some on the side.
That's right.
Yeah. Everything in life has gone up in price except for the average wage of an employee.
Exactly.
So it's not enough, you know, just to work a 9 to 5 anymore.
Absolutely.
So
Maybe try getting a sales job.
yeah, sales is great.
Yeah, sales is great. I agree. Sales is great, but also owning a franchise is also good.
Yeah.
If
For
you
the
get
same
right one.
reasons. You're in control.
Yeah.
You know, you own your own business. Salespeople, it's almost like we are.
What you put in is
our
what
own
you
business.
get. You know, if
Exactly.
you have your own business
Yeah.
or you
Yeah.
do sales, same thing. Whatever you put in is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
If I could choose any department, I would choose sales. I would choose franchise sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a really good job in the company.
Yeah.
One of the better
It's
ones
fun.
for sure.
We get to travel. I love to travel personally.
A lot of people
Whenever
tell
I was,
us
ever
to.
since I was a little kid,
Yeah.
you know, TM, you made my dreams come true.
Really?
Like I wanted
Take
to
me around the world.
make money
Yeah.
and travel the world while I'm making money. And that
birds
you made
with
that
one
happen.
stone.
Love
So,
that.
so I don't even care how much I'm paid. I just get to have fun and live a
Love
good
that.
life.
No,
and
it's really
make the
it's
company
a
grow.
blessing.
But you also
grow.
paid pretty well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
off
Yeah,
the
for
record.
sure.
Might have
Off
to
the
cut that
record.
out.
Don't let the IRS know.
But we get to have fun, and TM treats us so well. We get to,
I
we work
appreciate
hard.
that.
You make us work hard, and you're a good boss, but you're also a good leader, you know? And
Yeah.
Thank you.
we
I
have
appreciate
fun,
that.
and we go out after the shows.
You guys are your own leaders, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
a lot of times we're walking side by side, and we're walking the same pace. You guys have the same mentality. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I have
Same
to
goal.
tell you guys like, oh, we need to do this
Yeah,
or we
we
need to
already
do
know.
that. You guys think ahead all the time, and you
Yeah.
teach me. You inspire me a lot, both of you guys. So it's a two-way street in every single way. And I'll always say this, but I'm very grateful for the relationships we have. Seriously.
Yeah, no, us too. It's
Because-
been nothing but a joy the past 6 months.
Yeah.
So
I think this is just the beginning.
yeah,
right?
I'm looking forward to the
Yeah.
next 6.
Yeah,
It's
this
crazy.
is
It
like
hasn't even been a year yet.
Yeah.
this is like we've just like set great foundation and everything just works perfectly,
Yeah.
and we just need to run with it, right?
Yeah.
No, we've really smashed it out. The past 5 months has been crazy. Like we've done more in 5 months than a lot of companies have done in a year.
Right?
In
Yeah.
franchising,
It's true.
especially. So
We tell brokers, like the brokers that we sometimes
They're-
try to work with brokers.
they're
and
so confused.
we-
They don't know
we
how.
tell them like about our progress, and
Yes.
they're like, "Who have you been working with?"
Yeah, you guys
Nobody.
need to slow down.
Get yourself a Ren and
Yeah.
Ryan.
You guys
Yeah.
need to slow down.
Yeah.
Get a Ren and Ryan.
They try to slow us down. They say that's how have you grown that fast? It's
Just ourselves.
Yeah, well,
it's
literally
about being ourselves.
They're really close
Showing-
minded.
going with our faces out there, and
Yeah.
obviously we've got concept proof and everything,
Yeah.
and we do a pretty good job of showcasing that. But at the end of the day, like if people don't trust what you say, they won't buy from you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's also you as well. Like, you made it possible for us to go to all these franchise shows. A lot of companies, they can't afford to go to 6 franchise shows in 6 months.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
shows
You know
are
what? They're
pretty
expensive. And the
Shows
way
are
we do it,
expensive.
especially,
Oh.
penthouse, we have
We have
meetings.
fun.
We have meetings with the potential franchisees after, so we want to bring them to a beautiful house.
right. We
You
always
know,
get nice
We got to
places.
show them this is what
Yeah.
they're going to be
That's right.
seeing in the future, right?
That's right.
And the food,
We don't cheap out for sure, but
Yeah,
think
we
that's
got
part of
rituals,
it.
right? We gotta hit up the Texas de Brazil. We gotta
been
hit
too
up the
long
Brazilian
since I had
steakhouses.
Texas
and
de
it's funny,
Brazil.
you know, at the
We need
franchise
to
shows.
go. I'm
too
losing.
long.
I'm almost losing weight. We
I
need to go.
Beef rib.
Yeah.
I know.
Just
I need
beef
some
rib.
beef ribs.
Just beef rib. Okay.
And the other franchisees at the shows, they'll be like, "Oh, we're going to like this bar after the show.
Yeah.
Meet us there." And we're
They
like,
do, like,
"Oh, we're gonna do our
parties."
own thing."
They do
like,
like they do like parties after the big franchise shows. They always want us to come, but
Yeah.
Or like
Cocktail
we have our
hour.
own
no, we don't do
rituals.
those.
They're like,
Sorry.
"It's free drinks." And we're like, "Yeah, well,
Nothing in life
we'll
is
have
free.
fun with tea."
Yeah, no, we have a lot of fun. Like we
Yeah, we
played-
go with good people. We go with
Yeah.
good people to the shows,
we play
right?
games,
And it motivates other people internally at the company. They
Yes.
see us, what we're doing at these shows,
That's
you know,
right.
making money, but also having a great time.
Yes.
Yeah,
And they want to come on the shows
yeah, yeah.
too.
They're always like, yeah,
I
when's the
know
next show? Okay.
they work
Yeah.
harder and they can look forward to.
Yeah.
That's right.
And,
work
then-
hard, good
and,
things
and you've
come,
shown
right?
that, TM. It's not like, you know, people feel like there's no room for growth here.
Yes.
You know,
A
because
lot
they
of
see
room.
me. I started as a sales agent,
Yes.
booking moves, and then went into franchising, and then became franchise manager. Like, obviously,
That's
there's
right.
a pathway for growth here, and you notice people, right? Like,
I
you
try,
see
yes, for
people
sure.
Thank
that have
you.
potential, and you're like,
Thank
hey,
you.
let's give you even more power,
I
right?
appreciate that. But you know what the
Yeah.
coolest part is? 12 of our older employees, still
That's
some
so
work
cool.
here, but 12 employees purchased franchises, including our accountant.
Yeah, that's
Right?
huge.
He left
Internal.
the office with his family, went to Calgary. Now
He's
he's
doing
doing like
amazing.
80 jobs a month.
I seen it looks
Right? There's nothing
amazing.
I think bigger than that. That our accountant that just sees everything every single day from
Yeah.
all locations. He's like, I'm out of here.
He knows.
he knows
sees
the
all the
numbers.
I'm
numbers.
outta here.
Yeah.
And you know,
Insider
prior to
trading.
you guys, actually, I had a guy who very similar story actually to you. His name is Daniel, great guy. Worked in sales and went to university. Came back. He was like, "Hey, T, finish this. I want to come and do you know, whatever you got." And I was just starting franchising. I was like, "You know what? You might be a good candidate to help me with franchising."
And he was.
Bro, this guy on the 4th day, he was still getting trained. On the 4th day, he came up to me. He's like, "TM, I think I'm gonna buy a franchise."
I don't want to sell them. I want
I
to
was
buy
like-
I
one.
want to buy one.
Bro, I brought you here to sell franchises, not buy them.
That's so funny.
So I had to, like, you know, erase 4 or 5 days of training, hire someone else. He got investment from family, and he bought the Surrey location, our second biggest location right now, doing
Yeah.
like over 100 jobs
Yeah.
a
And
month.
we show people that one because
Yes.
last year this time
Oh, yeah.
he was
One
just
full year
starting.
in business.
He was just
and
starting.
he did
yeah.
his first job, and
Yeah.
now this year he's doing 85 jobs.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
1 year in business.
One,
Yes.
his
Over,
first year,
you know,
his
hundreds
first,
of thousands of dollars.
yeah, his first
Yeah,
month, I
like
think,
August
was
and
July.
so on. He had great months, over 100, I
Yeah.
think.
His first month, one job, July, always starts off a little slow, but then I think 20 jobs second month.
Oh, yeah, he
30
killed it.
jobs, 30 month. And
He
then
started at the end of the month, beginning in the first month too. He started near the
Yeah.
end of the month.
Yeah.
yeah, and you know,
Usually, you know, 5
it would
to
be
10 in your first
overwhelming
month.
also to send a franchisee like 50 jobs in their first month, right?
No.
They would probably be like, I can't handle
Yeah,
this.
no, it's happened actually. Recently, we opened a location where we pretty much within like a week we were able to book their first job,
Yeah.
first 3 jobs, and they had to cancel a job unfortunately. Believe it or not, I'll tell you guys, this was crazy. The first job we booked was I think 8 movers and 2 trucks in a very small
big
city,
move.
and it was their
That's kind of crazy.
first brand new job. Oh
how we
my God, it was
market.
crazy. So they wanted to kind of get started, but
Yeah.
now they're operating a lot better, right? They got
Yeah.
experienced guys. They've trained them. They've got a wrap truck. It's very different,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You need about 30 days to kind of catch up with
It's like
everything.
anything
Exactly.
else in life.
And then
you know,
you
you
get
gotta
a-
do it and keep
But
doing
now
it. to
Daniil, I
master
think
it.
he did like 85 moves
Yeah,
in
this
August.
August.
He
Over
invoiced.
150.
I don't know how much financial representation we can do, but he invoiced 150 grand in 1 month.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
1 year in business.
That's
1
amazing.
month, 150 grand.
That's amazing.
So I
and
think
that place has like 1 million population. So
Yeah.
Very
just to put it in perspective, expensive.
Not
Yeah.
the biggest.
Not
Like,
the biggest.
imagine
And
what-
it's not in the U.S. The U.S.
Yes.
ones have like double, triple the potential of that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
because there's
quick.
double the population. right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
the
go to New
population
York
density
City.
is very different.
30 million people in New York City.
Insane.
Yeah.
Man,
70%
California has more
renters.
people than Canada
Yeah.
alone.
And that's
I
the
know. When I
crazy part.
seen that, I was mind blown.
This is like a playground over here.
yeah.
Yeah.
50 versus 500. 10
Yeah.
times the size.
But we've made it work in small towns. Like I think
Yeah,
I don't think
Ajax.
anybody listening to this that's not from Ontario even has ever heard of Ajax, Ontario.
Yeah, Ajax.
But they're doing 60
Yeah,
jobs
yeah.
a month.
Yeah,
Like,
60.
Just to
70
put it in
jobs a
perspective,
month.
there's another location. Actually, that's the next location after Ajax. It's Kingston.
yeah, small town.
Yeah, 180,000 people.
Yeah.
This guy he's got 5 trucks. He's the #1 mover in that area. And he's generating over 60 to 70 jobs a month in
Yeah.
a tiny place.
Kingston's great location. It's
That was my first franchisee.
They have a school there.
Yeah. They
So
also have an
anywhere where
army
there's
base, yeah.
schools, universities, a
Schools,
lot of
army-based
traveling.
Army-
universities. Yeah, these
It's
things
huge,
definitely help.
and that's what we look for, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We know what to look for.
Yeah. And now what's really cool is we've generated this new program called the Meta-Based Reports. We do some crazy things, man. I'll show it to you guys. I think I showed it to you guys before. We know exactly how much money they spend on advertising.
I seen it with
We know
RDL.
the exact revenue they generated. We know their labor percentages. We give them these really cool
Monthly.
data
Yeah.
to know exactly what to work on, right?
That
We give them
helps.
SEO reports. We give them Google Ads report. They get to see exact ROI, which is kind of like transparent, right? You get to
No,
see
Yeah.
exactly what you made, how much money you've spent, and what you should be doing, right, with this data. Does this mean I should expand? Does this mean that right? These
Yeah.
things.
Where you should
The
put
best
your-
companies are data driven.
Exactly.
You
And
have to be
now-
data driven.
Exactly. And now when we open a new location, let's say somebody buys 2 or 3 territories, we check that. We check those 3 territories and we tell them exactly where's the best place to open.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that now we are absolutely everything we do is data driven.
Yeah.
And we've got great teams who are helping us with that, who are generating great results for the franchisees. We brought Google Ads internally, which
Yeah.
made a huge
Huge.
difference.
Oh yeah. Internal marketing team. It's great.
Yeah,
Everything.
now at
Internal
this
sales.
point in this
Everything.
office, we do not need a single soul outside of this office for Let's Get Moving.
Yeah.
We've got developers, we've got content
Lawyer.
writers,
No
SEO.
third parties.
Daniel.
Yeah, we've got.
One day we'll have
What
an
am I gonna do?
in-house
Hire
lawyer
a full-time
to-
lawyer? We don't.
Shout out to Daniel.
Shout out to Daniel.
Shout out Daniel.
Daniel. Don't forget about Daniel,
he's
guys.
amazing.
I think
Yeah,
Daniel
our
lives in Philly,
franchise
right?
lawyer.
I think Daniel is in Philly.
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe
He
we
does.
can
We
pay,
should meet him.
say a
We
visit.
should meet
Shout
him.
out Daniel.
Daniel's
Fisher
awesome.
Zucker.
Yeah, great people. Helped us a lot.
Help us with franchising.
He's always on
you
the
know?
ball, adding a second addendum, anything we need in a contract. He's always quick, very
Yeah.
responsive,
He's really
and it's
good.
huge when
He's really good.
There's a lot
You
of
wanna-
rules and policies when it comes to franchising.
Absolutely,
right? We can't
especially
just
in
go
U.S.
in.
registration states, right? We're all in the
Yeah.
registration
We're
states.
not from
Yeah.
the U.S., so it's hard
So,
for us to, you know. He
Have that
understands
consultation.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really helpful and quick turnaround, always very
Yeah.
responsive.
At this point now, I think we know every law in regards to franchising,
Yeah.
in regards to U.S.
it for sure.
Now we're equipped with a lot more knowledge and
for sure.
experience. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly. Easier to get started, get fast. We know exactly what licenses we need to get
Yeah.
out of the way
Yeah,
quick.
permits, everything out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all because like we've built departments to manage every single task properly and nothing else. So they know as soon as a franchisee comes in, I got to deal with license, I got to deal with permits, I got to deal with the ads, I got to deal with that, right? They do what they need to do without even blinking, right?
Yeah.
I like how everything's automated and they just kind of know what they need to do. And it's like
Yeah.
a big machine. When a franchisee joins, it's just like they hit the ground
Yeah,
running
they already
and
know.
they're just like, oh my God, this is so fast.
Bring 'em
How is
through.
all
That's a
these
good
happening?
question for you. So what do you think is the main so you started your own business from scratch, right?
Yes.
What do you think's the benefit of franchising instead of starting your own business from scratch?
I think that's a really good question. I'll tell you why. Because I went through 10 years of hardship, right? I went
Yeah.
through 10 years of making mistakes, right? I'm the type of person who will not, as much as that sounds crazy, but I will not think. I try not to think about the bad things that can happen so that I don't talk myself out of things.
Yeah.
I
Makes sense.
never talk
see all these
myself out of
obstacles.
anything because I will just I want to find out. I'll try it and I'll find out and I'll learn the experience and I'll go from there. So I've had a lot of I've made a lot of mistakes because this is just my type of personality. I always dive head in
Yeah.
before asking questions, right? because I found myself to figure it out. I will always figure it out, and I'm not scared, right?
Yeah.
So I've made a lot of mistakes. I've gone ahead and tried things, didn't work. Tried things, did work, right? I think the most important thing is financial freedom. That's what I think. But some people might have a different ideology.
Yeah.
In a sense that they want to build a brand for themselves. They want to go through the hardship. There are just different types of people in the world. But I think if you want financial freedom, go through somebody who has already done it. So you don't have to go through 10 years of mistakes. Maybe for somebody else, it'll be 5 years. Maybe they're smarter than me. Maybe it'll take them 15 years. Who knows?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're going to go through a lot of hardship and lose a lot of money
And time,
Yeah.
to get to, after 10 years, to get to a place where you're like, all right, now I know everything, how to do everything, so I'll just manage it myself. But I think if you want to get to financial freedom faster, it's important that you use somebody that the name is well known, everything is working,
Yeah.
and you're able to get there a lot faster
Yeah.
than going 10 years back and trying to, at the end of the day, you want to make money. And at the end of the day, you'll open up multiple businesses if you have a lot of money, other
Yeah.
than just being stuck with one brand and the hardship, right? So that's why I think franchising is a good option, because you'll skip 10 years ahead, I think,
Yeah.
right?
You don't have to create a proven business model on your own.
Yes.
You can jump on
Yes.
to a train that's already a proven
Exactly.
business
That's already
model.
moving,
That's what
right?
people
Yeah.
want when they're looking for franchises, right? Give
Yeah.
me something that's proven. I
Yes.
can just
Yeah.
kind of plug and play to
That's
it.
it.
And with
And
us,
people
it's
have
great.
multiple businesses, right? A lot of people that do business, but they have multiple franchises.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But I have heard that they do like our support system a lot. This is something I've heard from a lot of franchises.
I hear from every franchisee we get.
Yes, I assume that a lot of franchises out there would be giving service, helping their franchisees,
So-
being there every second they
I'll
need
tell-
them.
think so.
Right?
What
Yeah.
happens is, like, let's use Wingstop, for example. Not saying that it is Wingstop, but
Mm-hmm.
if someone owns 10, 15 Wingstop locations and someone owns one, the person who owns one doesn't get the same support as the person that owns 10 or 15,
Gotcha.
right? So
Gotcha.
they neglect the small guy. And
Gotcha.
here, we don't
You've
do
heard
that.
that, yeah?
Yeah.
I've heard it, yeah.
Let's
And
make sure Wingstop is not it. It's just a
it's
random
not
example
Wingstop.
you're
It's
using.
not Wingstop.
Random,
Hey.
random name.
So,
Rick Ross is going to be very mad at you. They're like that's
Subway.
like their mascot.
Subway.
Oh yeah.
They use Rick Ross as like a marketing.
Really?
I heard his locations do really well, but the other ones,
Oh.
Yeah, I've
maybe
gotten
gotta be
that.
the mascot then.
Franchisees that have been interested in Let's Get Moving
Yeah.
have told me that they haven't gotten that support from those big
yeah.
corporations. And yeah, we're smaller than that, right? We have more attention to every franchisee. Every single franchisee comes here. We train them one-on-one,
That's right.
right? We have time for you.
yeah,
guys,
we have a
right?
whole team for you
Yeah,
here,
we've
like
got
8
five
people.
staff
8.
that are 5 people are strictly there for franchise support
Yeah.
all day long.
Include
It's
just
us,
one
two-
department.
Us 3, we got 8.
Yeah. And then there's marketing team. There's a sales team. There's a
Yeah, there's a
customer
lot of
service
support
team.
here.
Yeah,
to
like
say the
SEO
least.
is a team
Yeah.
of 6 people.
SEO
I know.
team.
Google Ads is a team of 3 people.
We're
Yeah.
outgrowing the office here.
Yeah.
Yeah, very soon.
And it's just
We've
gonna
got,
keep
I
growing.
think 35 sales agents, 5 sales
Soon we're
managers.
gonna have to get another office. We gotta take the
Yeah.
whole floor.
Well, that's the thing. Internally, we're growing too, right?
That's
We're
right.
not just selling franchises and keeping this stagnant.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're also growing internally
Absolutely.
too to match with
My
the location.
goal is to never leave a franchisee behind, right? And be
Yeah.
able to support everyone properly.
Yeah.
Somebody said the other day, we were like, you got 50 plus locations. How are you managing all this? I was like, with good staff, with good processes,
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah.
make sure that every location is getting the love they need every single month. That's why we send monthly reports, because nobody is getting neglected.
Yeah. Everybody takes, you spend time with each franchisee, right? They get a whole week here. You put them in a hotel for the week.
That's
You
right.
give them a pickup truck, a
That's
Let's Get
right.
Moving pickup truck.
Absolutely.
And they get to meet with everybody, right? And really have a good hands-on experience.
Yes.
And then while they're here, business licenses, office, truck, get that all
We
squared
handle all
away.
that, yeah.
So that when they go home, we can start as fast as possible.
That's right.
What strategies did we use to sell these many territories? Like Ren, what was your strategy?
I don't know, man.
You don't even know.
This guy uses his face and
I
his
think
personality.
no, I don't think the face is really what's selling it. I don't think it's the face. You
It's
think
the face and the personality.
I think it's the personality, honestly, because a lot of people would just gravitate towards me,
Yes.
and like
I agree.
a lot of people just can't get enough of me.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It's unfortunate.
I can never get
not
enough
enough
of
to
you.
go around. But I think we're very transparent. with our franchisees. We
Yeah,
look
that's
for
true.
good people who want to have a big business
That's
with us,
right.
executive owner, operators,
That's
boots
right.
on the ground, someone who really wants to put 3 months to 6 months in
That's
the
right.
business, then step out after
That's
it's
right.
running, right?
All we need is people with good hearts. Everything else will
and
work itself out.
I think me and Ryan both are really good judge of character. So like,
Good.
there's hundreds of people we see at these franchise shows. So
Good.
you got to really navigate. Is
Yeah.
this guy wasting my time? Is this guy not?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
shout out to Sonia, because she's the
Yeah,
one who
she's
told
good,
me,
right?
like right at the beginning, she's like, Randy, a lot of people, they're gonna want to talk to you.
Yes.
They're just
Yeah.
gonna want to talk. They're gonna want to sell you something.
That's
I'm like,
true.
okay, I'm not having that. No one's selling me something here. I'm coming to the franchise show to sell you some. So I quickly dismiss anyone trying to sell me something, and I'm just really like vocal.
Yeah, there's a lot of these
I try to make a lot of
vendors walking
touches.
around.
You know,
Yeah.
I try to come up to someone, how's your day? Shake their hand. That's the
Yes.
first touch.
Yes.
Even if they're not interested, okay, before you leave, come say bye to me. Give me another touch. You know, make it personal, right?
Yeah.
Like people are gonna
These
buy
things make a
something.
difference, man.
They're gonna buy
Yeah.
something from you if they like you, and they trust you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
If I don't know you, how am I gonna do either or?
Yes.
First, I gotta make you like me.
Yes.
Then I gotta make you trust
Yes.
me.
And then you can talk about the
Yeah,
business.
knowing somebody, that's the only way you'll get to like them. If you don't know them, though.
And you know, it's hard to like someone
You
that looks
always
like
got
me
that
from
wall.
far.
Yeah.
Who's that guy over there? He's staring at me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Honestly, it was just talking to a lot of people. It was a numbers game. You know, the more people you talk to, the higher percentage. You know, like more people. But we found
every time
good
we
people.
stand
It is a
beside
numbers
each other,
game.
right, at these shows, they're like, "Oh, you two brothers."
That was like the worst
Yeah.
part of all the shows.
guys
Like
got
one
the
time
same
we're,
haircut.
one time we're in a Home
You're not
Depot.
helping yourself.
One time we were in a Home Depot because we had to set up the Lauderhill location. We were moving our location in Florida.
Yeah.
And like some girl, and like I'm cashing out at Home Depot, and she's like, "Did you guys do copy and paste?" I was like, "How offensive is that? How are you gonna say that to someone while they're cashing out?"
We're not original, just copy paste.
And I just told her, I'm like, "Yeah," because at that point we dealt with it for like the
brothers.
past 3 months. They're just
Yeah.
like, "Are you guys brothers? Are you guys twins?" And you know, it was fun. It was really
A
fun.
lot of people say Persians and Italians look kind of
Yeah,
similar.
you know, it's
We
the
got
dark
Yeah,
features.
that's right.
Good looking,
Yeah.
built, but
Confident.
yeah, Louis Vuitton shoes.
Louis Vuitton shoes.
Maybe that. I don't know,
That's
but
funny.
I've never had so much
Met in the
fun.
sauna.
Met in the steam room. He was blowing his nose. Kind of gross.
So
but-
what was your approach? Like, what was the first
So
thing you
first,
said to him?
honestly, if we're being like off the record, like he's blowing his nose in the steam room, and I'm like, anyone that's gonna blow their nose in the steam room, like I gotta talk to
gotta
this
talk
guy.
to
Like
that
the
guy.
amount of balls on it, I can't blow my nose in the steam room. Like I just can't. People are gonna say
Got a lot
something
of
to me, you know?
confidence.
Yeah, this guy does. This
don't
guy,
give a
he doesn't
fuck.
care. He's just like, you know,
That's
and
why you're in the steam room to get this shit
no,
out.
100%. But it's just like something about it. It's just like, you know, this guy. He's not really worried about no one saying nothing to him. I like a person like that, you know, because I'm very similar. Like,
Yeah.
for the most part, I really don't
give
mind
a fuck.
much. No one really, you know, nothing you say is gonna get under my skin. I got
Yeah,
thick
yeah.
skin, you know. I'm
Good for
here to
you.
do something. I got a goal
Good
and
for you.
dreams, and that's what we're here to do. So I don't know.
Just went up, you saw him blowing his nose, and you're like, "That's my
Well,
guy."
we were
That's
chit
my-
chatting.
That's my mentor.
That's my
Quickly became the mentor. And you know, we were chit chatting. Once the steam clears, you can talk a little, and then
that little loud thing.
it's like a fighter jet at lifetime.
Was it the steam room or the
It was
the
the steam
dry
room.
sauna?
No, it was the steam room to clarify.
So it was like a foggy. You could barely see him.
All I could see was some like Gucci shorts, colorful ones, in the midst. But you know what? I'm a strong believer that everything happens for a reason, right?
I
So we
love
had
that.
to
Yeah.
go through that. We had to meet there. I
love
had to
that.
come here,
Yeah.
see the operation work.
It's true.
And you know,
I love these organic meets, you know?
Yeah.
They just happen, like, they happen because they happen.
Yeah,
know?
you know.
Sometimes out of pain too. Like
God's
I just
got a
got laid
plan.
off.
Yeah.
I was in Canada by
This
myself.
guy was telling me, he's like, I was
Yeah.
doing a lot of sales. I made
quit my
a lot
job.
of money.
I was
and
Yeah.
they didn't pay me
They didn't
good.
get-
getting
Hey,
screwed over,
I
not
was like,
treated
I was
right.
like, man, we pay our sales agents pretty good.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah,
come check out
you
the
know.
office?
Sometimes a phoenix can rise from the ashes.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like, you know, you never know what's on the other side. Sometimes people
Yeah.
are, the grass is greener on the other side, but you're not going to know till you get over there and check it out yourself, bud.
That's
So
right. That's
jump
right.
over.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, what's going to happen?
Take a risk, you know.
The people who don't take the risk, that's the biggest risk of it
That's
all.
the
Yeah.
biggest risk.
Just
of
to be
course.
complacent
Not
your whole
taking
life.
any risk.
Imagine you don't take any steps. Imagine you are so afraid to take a single step to move forward.
I was afraid
Yeah.
too.
That's
I
how
had to
people
go to a
feel
different
about
country.
sales jobs too.
That's how people feel about opening
Life.
their own business.
Yeah.
Sometimes people doubt themselves
They do.
because they've never been behind the freaking steering wheel. They're always sitting in the fucking trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Letting life
Sitting in the
control them,
trunk.
letting life take whatever path wants.
Yeah, life will blow by you without you having any control if you never.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking jump behind the steering wheel and understand your capabilities, and you start to shine in yourself, and you start to realize, shit, I'm able to take care of a fucking big business.
Yeah.
I'm able to take care of employees. I'm able to take care of payroll. I'm able to take care of advertising. I'm able to take care of growing my business. The confidence you gain from being able to do that, you take that into your personal life every single day. With every single interaction you have, you become more confident because you start to believe in yourself.
Because you took a risk and you were brave, and now you know, hey, I can do it again.
And you know, if you fail, it's a lesson. People got to realize that too. You know, like if something happens, it goes wrong, it's not the end of the world.
It's the biggest lesson, because if you jump in and take a big risk and you start a business and it doesn't work, then you know the second time why it didn't work and what to do.
Yeah.
The only way you will fail is if you give up.
Yeah,
it's true.
Very true.
If you never give up, how the fuck are you going to fail?
A lot of people don't make it their first business. You know, your first one teaches you a lot. You try out something. Second one, no bueno either. Third one, third time's the charm. A lot of people go through 5-6 businesses.
But a lot of people, most people don't even take that first leap.
Yes, most people don't even start their own business.
So they'll never succeed, they'll never fail, but they'll never succeed either.
That's right. Never failing is never succeeding.
Yeah.
Because you never tried.
Oh, you got to take some big L's to make it to the top.
That's right.
Yeah. If you're not stressed out, you're not growing.
That's right.
If you're just complacent, comfortable.
If you're not under pressure,
you're just going to
start growing
right where you're at. Yeah.
That's right.
You're not going to move forward or do anything, you know? And so this the growth mindset and realizing that stress is actually good for you and putting yourself in places that you're a little out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
That's how a lot of people feel about sales jobs too. They're like, oh, I was interviewing for the franchising the other day, trying to hire, we're growing the team. So, and one guy told me, he's like, I'm scared of commission jobs. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you get a little base, you know, you get your hours.
They want to sit in the trunk.
Yeah,
not for you.
They just want to sit there.
They want to sit in the trunk. They don't want to
They don't believe in themselves.
Yeah, they'll know. They'll be like, if I control this, I might crash. I might this, I might that.
Same for me.
I just want to be in the trunk. Yeah.
Somebody else drive. God, take the wheel.
Yeah.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I'd rather just coast through life. For me, it's like I want to.
Yes, I want to drive. I want to know where I'm heading. I want to control the speed.
Yeah.
I want to control the path. I want to control the direction.
Yeah. It's just a different type of person.
Right? You gotta be the man, right? You gotta be the man to be able to do that. You gotta be the man in your family, or else how are you gonna control your family? How are you gonna show the right path to your kids? You can't do that from the trunk.
No.
Yeah, no. Remember when you were in the trunk?
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, speaking of the trunk. Speaking of the trunk.
We were packed. I think we had it was still a big SUV, but we also have, all the suitcases.
And you guys just started inviting people. AJ, come on, let's go. Let's go for dinner.
Sonia.
Put Ren in the trunk.
Because we're so nice. No, you got into the trunk yourself.
Honestly, I willingly went in the trunk. If I'm not lying,
he liked it.
I was like, you know what? There might be some more room in the trunk.
You okay back there, Ren?
Yeah, with TM's driving and being in a trunk, it's not ideal, guys, to say the least. So don't go in the trunk if TM's driving.
So I drive fast, yeah?
Not fast all the time, just bumpy. I think we actually did go on one franchise show where you hopped a curb. I think it was New York, and by accident, remember we were driving to go get a good view of the Statue of Liberty, and you popped the curb.
I did?
Yeah. There was construction
and I hit my
workers.
head. Remember I hit my head in New York?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, poor guy was bleeding. And then I couldn't go to bed.
I try to forget that.
Ryan stayed with me up because I couldn't go to bed because apparently if you get a concussion, you don't want to fall asleep right after.
You wake up with brain damage.
But yeah, I almost did get brain damage.
We need you fresh.
And we need brain fresh. But all
in all,
it's been
better after that.
I seen a slight change in character.
Yeah.
Here's that or the bone broth, one or the other.
Yeah, the bone broth.
But
is good, right?
looking back, it's like we had such a fun time, and
we had a great time.
We really every goal we set, we accomplished.
This is crazy. It's just the freaking beginning, and this is what's going on. Imagine
it's like 20 to 30 territories gone in past couple months. It's like just the same.
We gotta do this again. We gotta do this again.
Are. The end of the month, Philly. I'll see you there. 28.
No, I'm talking about going over this again. Let's do a podcast where we go over,
maybe once a month we go over. How was franchising, right?
Yeah.
Instead of an end of day report, like a beginning day message that you want every day, instead of asking for a beginning of the day,
like a Philly
end of
recap.
day,
You like those morning reports?
We'll just do maybe like a monthly podcast. So Do we close anything, Ren and Ryan?
That's right.
Or maybe a documentary during the shows. Like
That would be lovely. Just
follow
like
us.
yeah, seeing like how we
I like
set
the
up,
video we did last
behind
time.
the scenes.
how we set up.
It was
yeah.
cool. We did that video last time.
That would be cool. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
How we set up, how we talk to people, and then how we close with
Yeah.
one-on-one meetings
Yeah.
in person.
Those are the best.
At the Airbnbs or the hotel.
Because those are the people that we've got excited. They want to learn more right away.
What has our conversion rate been like? 100% at these shows?
I think
these shows
100%
for every show.
shows. Yeah, I've never gone to
Well,
a show.
we got a Chicago signature yesterday.
Let's just take a moment here, guys. I've never gone to a show and not made a sale.
Well,
Ryan
I've
can't
never
say-
been
Ryan can't say
manager
the
and not
same.
made a sale. As soon as
Denver,
I was
no
manager, I made a sale on every show.
There you go. That's
Before
all
I
you
was
needed.
manager.
Put it there.
Yeah. Let's go. Success.
I'll take that.
So what?
So yes.
Chicago, LA, Vegas, New York,
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Virginia.
We've had
Yeah.
pretty good
Everywhere
runs.
we go.
These shows are so expensive, man. I'm driving like 30 grand.
Just the booths alone are like 10 to 20 grand.
That's
Not
crazy.
to mention the accommodations, the food, rent.
Yeah.
A lot of expenses to go around.
Yeah.
But it's worth
good that
it.
we convert, or else
Thank God.
that wouldn't be very
If you-
sustainable.
if you don't convert, you will not survive in franchising.
No,
so,
yeah.
That's why I love you guys.
I-
'Cause
you know-
you guys make it worthwhile.
And what's
Yeah.
crazy is we go to these shows and we see, you know how much you're paying for these booths, and we see people
Yes.
just on their phones.
Oh man,
Sitting-
don't even get me
representing
started
the
with these
company.
guys. I'm not gonna name any names because I don't even remember them because that's exactly what they want. They want to be not remembered.
Yeah,
right?
that's that
Seems
one way
like
of going
it.
about it.
They are sitting. I don't know who
talk to
the
anybody.
owners are that absolutely have no idea who they are placing behind these booths.
Yeah, it's a problem.
They're sitting behind the table, stating, "I don't want you to approach me.
Yeah.
Don't come to
They're
me."
just on their phone.
I'm looking
walked
down.
by. I've walked by franchise shows. Every show
It's
we
very
go
sad
by,
that
I walk
these
by.
owners are making these
How
kind of
much are they
investments,
spending?
and they don't invest 2 minutes of their time to find out who and what these people are doing.
Try to train the people you have there,
You know?
right? So
But some
And
people
I've
are really
seen-
great too, and we do
Oh,
get
yeah,
inspired by
we've
some
seen
people.
great-
too.
we've
I've
seen
seen
great
some
people.
really good franchise.
The one guy that
booths.
gave us a carpet during the show.
Yeah, that guy was great.
Shout
He
out
was-
to that
he
guy.
was-
What does he do? Suits?
It was generators.
Generators.
He was wearing a suit, but he sells
He
generators.
always looks good. Remember,
yeah,
he's
he's
like, I
always
like
wearing
your
a
shoes.
suit.
I wish we could shout him out, but I don't know his name.
I don't remember his name, but I've been dying to tell you all day. I love your shoes.
Nice
Remember, I
guy.
said that. I love your shoes.
Dude, I seen him in you right now.
I
Yeah.
love your shoes, right?
Yeah, that's exactly
That's exactly what he did.
I like the franchise community.
Yeah.
I like the franchise
It's
community. It's a very strong community. Every time I've been at a show, like almost everybody knows us, just because we
Yeah.
stand out. We got the first booth always.
We're
We got the
flashy.
nicest looking booth always,
Yeah.
right?
Best looking workers.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Not gonna name any names.
but but it is a very strong community. We've got great people that always approach us, that always give us guidance.
Yep.
They always see. They're like, these are the young guys in this
Yeah,
this
yeah.
industry.
A lot of older people
Yeah,
in
we stand
franchising.
out.
You know,
Yes,
not
lots
to
of
say
older
anything
people in
about
franchising.
franchising. We're definitely the youngest there by a
Yeah.
landslide.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
the crazy part. I guess
Yeah.
the idea is like no one they want to buy from like an older person. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think
Who's been
older
doing
people
this for a long time, right?
wiser.
Yeah.
A lot of these
more
franchise
trusted knowledge comes with years of
Yeah.
experience.
That's-
all the
Absolutely.
brokers are over 45, I would say.
Maybe that's why they're not selling anything.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Or
But
asking us
Someone
to slow
had
down.
someone
Yeah.
had to say it.
but then they see us and they're like, "What's different about these guys? They're
Yeah, why are
younger.
you guys selling so fast?
drive harder."
Are you guys not waiting 6 months for each person?
Yeah, it's like
Why are you guys not waiting?
don't send them an FTD on the first call.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them to know what our company's about.
We don't want them to know our
Yeah.
policies. We don't want them to know about us.
Yeah,
What-
exactly.
How are you going to sell?
Wouldn't want you to know how much it costs to start one.
That's what they say. They say, "Oh, it's like we're taking things slow and working at their pace." But maybe you're actually not being transparent and you're not showing them the FTD right away. Like, why
problem
not?
Yeah,
in
and-
like anything sales related is a lot of people are scared to ask for the sale.
Yes.
Me and Ryan are the same.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 yeses.
Yes.
Okay, when do you want to start?
Yes.
I don't need you to tell me yes 45 times.
I'm direct. We're transparent.
Is this
we're
something
direct.
you can incorporate in your schedule? Like, let's say it's a mover, right? Is this something you can benefit from? Yes.
Yes.
When is your ideal timeline? Can we get started in a month? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
These
Can
are
we
great
get started
questions.
now? Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how we
then
get
you ask
people
for
up
the
and running
business.
quickly. But most importantly, like our business setup is really quickly. Like,
Yeah,
there are
that's
lots
true.
of businesses out there like restaurants that I've heard this
Horror
from
stories.
franchisees at the shows. They say, look, I've been looking for a spot for a year and a half. It's almost 2 years, I haven't been able to find a spot.
Oh, it's a location-based, very location-based, anything with a restaurant.
It's tough, right?
It's tough. Very.
With us, you get a truck, you hire 2 movers, start making money.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we already do it for us and 65 other people.
You know what it
That's
tells
right.
me when they don't start that fast, when it takes a year, 2 years? Is that franchise supporting
the
you?
support
Are
that
they
you need?
supporting you at all?
How have
Are
you
they
not
helping you
started?
find
Because with like a
offices?
team of 30 people, you got to find an office. I mean,
How's
Yeah.
that possible?
And then it might be on them, right? If they don't want to start it
Yes.
for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
maybe
But
it's
with
them.
us, we give you all the support. So if there's a reason you don't want it, that's on you.
Yeah, we literally
Yeah.
find you like 10 offices,
Yeah.
10 trucks.
Yeah.
Do this, do that. And
We
all
want you
you
to
gotta
start as
do
soon
is
as
gotta
possible.
choose one.
Yeah, you go through what we've recommended and you make it easy, right?
Yeah.
So we like to make it really easy. We like to provide a lot of support.
We
Yeah.
have made it very easy for anyone to get involved here.
Yeah.
Like very
Yeah, within
easy.
like a month they get up and running.
Yeah.
we want them to get started, right? Because
That's
we
right.
then we can all make money together,
Yes,
right?
they make money, we make money.
And I feel
We
like
show them it works right away.
maybe some of these franchises, the reason they don't get started is because the person just pays them, the franchise fee, and that's all they want.
Really?
A
right?
lot of people are like that.
We don't even want the franchise fee.
No,
All we
we're not
care
even
about
here
is the
for that.
long-term relationship, right?
Yeah.
I've got
That's
people
where-
who are paying me 20, 30K, sometimes even 35K a month. That's
Yeah.
their royalty and everything else, right? Mm-hmm. Now imagine how much money they're making to be paying me that much.
Yeah, for sure, right?
So the franchise fee doesn't matter when I've got
No.
franchises paying this much money.
long-term play here.
Think
I
about how
want
much they're
50
keeping.
years.
We're looking for long-term people here. No one looking for a quick buck. That's not
Nobody.
our
Yeah.
ideal franchisee.
No.
We want someone who wants to build a location similar
That's
to our
right.
Toronto one.
To
you know?
build a
10, 20
business.
trucks, hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands of dollars a month in revenue, and that's how we want to
and
set
and
you
we
up.
want to grow with them. We want to take them to these, retreats. We want to be able to
them
train
to
them.
grow
We want
as a
them to
person too,
self-develop,
right?
right? Because it's not just about the money,
No.
right? If you got a shitty personality, if you're a shitty person, we give you money, you're just going to become even shittier.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
it's true.
Right?
It's just more oil on the fire. Right?
multiplies whatever you are.
But you
If you're an asshole,
imagine
you're
like
gonna
a
still be an
great
asshole.
person who's takes care of their community, takes care of their family. Now you give them, more resources
Yeah, they'll do
to
good
be
with
a
it.
better
Be
person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say it just amplifies
That's
whatever you
right,
are. So if you're a
exactly.
shit person, you get a lot of money, you're still going to be a
It's
shit
just gonna
person.
amplify
Yeah.
your
But
But if you're a
shittiness.
great guy, it's just going to amplify that.
And now you can make bigger changes and change
Do
the
better
world
things.
around you.
That's right.
Really make a
Exactly.
difference.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. I absolutely love you guys.
Thank you.
You guys are number one in my book. Seriously, I walk
Oh.
in here and I'm like, where the hell are these guys? You guys
Yeah.
are the first people I come see. I love the updates you guys give me. You guys have the most exciting department. Seriously.
Yeah.
And obviously, when we go out there in these shows, there's nothing better than spend time together, do
Yeah.
our rituals,
Yeah.
Bonding.
and close some,
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
with these amazing connections. So can't get any better than it is, right?
Yeah, it's-
We're excited to work with you more.
That's right.
Together.
go
That's
to
right.
Philly.
Grow internally
That's right.
in ourselves,
I
but
love
also
that.
grow the business.
I love
right?
that. And that's what I love a lot about you guys, because you guys are becoming better individuals every single day. You
Yeah.
guys show up looking fresh. You guys do great work at the office, and you guys are connecting with people genuinely.
Yeah.
Right? So I love seeing the growth in you guys, because that just shows that you are so capable and that you are exactly what we're trying to teach to the franchisees,
Yeah.
becoming better every single
It
day,
works.
right? And they see that in you guys, right?
Yeah.
So, love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and
Love
I
you too.
cannot wait for the future. I'm excited for Philly.
Yeah.
We're gonna do crazy things
Philly's
this
in
year.
like 2 weeks,
Let's
guys.
We're gonna
go.
do crazy things next year.
So excited.
Hopefully,
Do a podcast in Philly.
2025, here we come.
2025. Hopefully, we open 100 locations.
Yeah.
We'll have more than 100
yeah.
locations by
At least
2025.
100.
But let's open
Yeah.
up another 100.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We already got the East Coast
Exactly.
lockdown. We got the West
Oh
Coast
yeah.
lockdown.
Slowly. That's right.
Midwest, we're coming for you.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Mic drop.
Love
Yeah.
it, guys. Thank you
Let's
so
go.
much.
This was
Well,
fun.
thank
Thank you.
for being on the podcast. Thank you so much for spending your time here. Thank you so much for everything you do genuinely every single day. I absolutely really appreciate everything you guys do. And I'm always here for you guys. If you guys need anything outside of this place, I would like to be that friend that you guys can trust.
You
So
are.
please come
You
to
are.
me with anything you need. I know.
For sure.
You're good. Don't worry.
All
You're
right.
good in my books. I don't care what Sam says about you.
What does Sam say about me?
Let's go back to the sauna now.
Back to the steam room.
Back to the steam room.
I love that you go to the gym. I love seeing you there.
But
Keep
trying.
doing that, okay?
Yeah. Stop wearing 2 watches.
No, keep wearing 2 watches. You're
Okay.
good. If anybody can pull it off, it's you.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, T.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Until next time.
See you guys
Move and
next time.
improve.
Move and improve.